Hello, everyone. My name is Carol Hay, and I'm the director for the Caribbean Tourism Organisation chapter for UK and Europe. And I must say, with our headline sponsor, Bakuti and Tara Beach Resort Aruba, and the other tourism experts that we have here today, we're so pleased to welcome you all and to say thank you for taking the time to join us. Now, in the past, we have actually been able to take the Caribbean to the Benelux, and we've had the opportunity to meet with many of you face to face. But as it is, we're now operating in different times, so virtually we're going to experience the Caribbean. And we do have a wonderful time arranged for you. And at the end of it all, we have some great prizes, and you'll have the opportunity to meet my colleague, Florian Valmy-Devillers, who is going to organize a fantastic digital prize draw for you all. So stay with us because as we say, you've got to be in it to win it. So, who do we have presenting to you all today? Well, representing our headline sponsor, Bakuti and Tara Beach Resort, we have Irene Lipper. We have Yap Ellis from the Aruba Tourism Authority, Sander Langveld from the Belize Tourism Board, Ryan Hart from Tourism Corporation Bonaire, Sharon Bassel, Curaçao Tourism Board, Hans van Wamel from the Jamaica Tourist Board. So those are our great presenters who are going to have an exciting time. So we're all going to give you a quick group wave from all of us. So welcome to the Caribbean and have a great time with us this afternoon. And what are some of the prizes that we have for you? Well, I'm sure many of you would have had the opportunity to sample some rum if you drink in the Caribbean. So we have a bottle of Appleton rum, courtesy of Jamaica. Then we have 5 nights at the Moon Palace Jamaica Hotel, 7 nights at Renaissance Curaçao Resort and Casino, and 7 nights at Bakuti and Tara Beach Resort. Fantastic prizes. You can either taste or experience the Caribbean. So stay with us, enjoy, because we have our tourism professionals with you. And just before we begin the presentations, I wanted to ask you, what do you miss about the Caribbean? We have our chat. Go into the chat, type in, tell us what you miss about the Caribbean. Now, today's presentations will be in English, but of course, we have speakers here of English or Dutch. But do type in and tell us what you miss about the Caribbean. And guess what? Before we start, I'm going to share with you what I miss and what I buy whenever I'm in the Caribbean. Yep. I buy rum. I like Caribbean rums. It's part of our heritage. It's part of our culture. And for me, it's a great way of having a souvenir. So I have my bottle of Appleton rum from Jamaica here, but it doesn't end there. I also have this liqueur from Grenada that's known as Amazing. And it is a fabulous chocolate liqueur available in Grenada. Doesn't stop there because, like I say, I buy rum when I go around. So when I was in Guyana, I purchased a lovely bottle of 8-year-old rum. And I know the experts always say to me, oh, when you have these rums that are 8, 12, 20 years old, you don't have them with Coke, you have them on the rocks. So one day I'll sample this. Another favorite of mine, and this one is from Bonaire, and that's their famous liqueur. Delicious. I normally have it like with orange juice, lemon, lime, on ice. And honestly, another favorite of mine, I don't know if when you're in the Caribbean, you've ever tried the flavored rums. This one is mango rum from Brindley Gold, and I purchased this one in St. Kitts. So for me, folks, when I'm in the Caribbean, what I always buy to take home for friends, relatives, and of course for myself are some of the Caribbean rums. So when you visit the Caribbean, what do you buy? Tell us in the chat. So now we're going to move on to a wonderful message from our sponsor. It's the owner of Bakuti, Ewald Beemans, and he has a message for us, letting us know what's happening at the resort in the Caribbean. So let's hear from Mr. Beemans.
Hi, I'm Ivo Biemans. Many of you know me as the owner of Bukuti and Tara Beach Resort in Aruba. We are undergoing some very, very difficult times at this very moment, but I want to assure you that we are here working day and night to stay open and to prepare ourselves for your next arrival. I hope you stay safe and healthy, and we all look forward to seeing you again.
Thank you. And that's a great message from Mr. Beemans. And I know they are waiting to welcome you back, and they're putting all the measures in place to ensure that when you send your clients to Bukuti and Tara Beach Resort in Aruba, that they will have a safe and rewarding experience. So it's with great pleasure that I now ask Irene Lipper to give us some more information about the property. Over to you, Irene.
Okay, thank you very much, Carol. First of all, my name is Irene Lipper. I'm working with Lead Management, and we are the new representatives of the Bukuti and Tara Beach Resort. And it's so funny when you said, what are you missing about the Caribbean? I have to tell you that just this morning I flew back into Schiphol after a couple of days spending on Aruba. I can still feel the great Caribbean sun and the warmth of the weather in my bones and in my skin. So I'm already missing it, but it was a great trip. We got to know the Bukuti and Tara Beach Resort, so I'm happy to share all the knowledge about the hotel with you first-handed. The Bukuti and Tara Beach Resort is beautifully located on Aruba. Aruba, as you know, is one of the ABC Islands, Benelux-eilanden, and is very nearby the coast of South America. It's about 25 kilometers from where Aruba is located. And actually, when I was there, if you have a clear day, which I fortunately had, you can see the peninsula of Venezuela in the horizon, which is pretty amazing. Good thing of Aruba is it's on the outer fringe of the hurricane belt, so the weather is quite constant all the year round. Getting there is very easy as well. There are non-stop flights from KLM, and also TUI has started operated and will hopefully start operating flights again. Aruba is, as you know, it's one happy island, but nowadays it's not just one happy island, but it's actually a one healthy island. I was really impressed by all the measurements that they have taken in place to beat the COVID-19 virus. I never felt anywhere not safe. The clear eye that everybody in restaurants, in cafes, in shops, and also in the street does have for safety and for their health was pretty impressive. So it's definitely a safe destination to go there, and we just hope that the code orange will change soon to code yellow, so we can travel again. Well, the Bukuti is located on is tucked away on Eagle Beach. Eagle Beach is a winning beach. It's been rewarded as one of world's most beautiful beaches. And besides its amazing location, is the hotel itself rewarded many times as well. One of them, which we're very proud of, is through TripAdvisors. For over 10 years, the Bukuti and Tara Beach Resort has been awarded #1 being a hotel for romance in the Caribbean, and #8 for being the hotel for romance in the world. As you can see, the beaches are really white, powdery sand. We have been practicing social distancing already long time before COVID-19 started. Quiet and comfort is very important for Bukuti and Tara Beach Resorts, which is why we have placed the beach umbrellas about 7 meters apart. So you always have your own private beach experience. And while Aruba may have a reputation of having many high-rise resorts, when you're staying at the Bukuti, it's in the low-rise hotels areas. So when you look towards the hotel from the seaside or from the beach side, you will notice that the palm trees are even higher than the buildings itself, and it gives a really very comfortable and very green environment therefore. The setting is ideal for honeymooners to really enjoy the natural beauty and peace in the resort, and to experience the great restaurants and to just do all the fun things that are possible around there. Bokuti and Tara is the only adult resort in Aruba, the true adult resort. Some hotels may have a pool or a wing that's adults only. With Bokuti, the minimum age is 18 years old. What we do for the client's comfort is that we assign a personal concierge to the clients prior to arrival. Already before arrival at the hotel, the concierge reaches out to learn the preferences and the wishes of the clients and turn these in recommendations for a perfect itinerary for the guests to enjoy. Guests may decide what they may want to do, and the concierge will just book it all for them. If you can please go one slide back. Being a perfect hideaway for a romantic getaway. These are just some examples of what the concierge may take care of, some curated romantic experiences. One of them, which I really would like to emphasize on a bit more, is the Montforte, which is the boat on the right bottom. It's a grand teak yacht where we will only take 12 couples on. So it's very exclusive, it's very quiet, but you make a great sailing cruise, and on the way you go have guided snorkel tours. You can go do some diving. There's a great swing on board, which gives you a great plunge in the ocean. And there's a chef who will sail with you and who will take care of a fantastic barbecue lunch. And it's really a great way of experiencing the island and all the water activities. And also for the romance lovers, having a couples massage on the beach or just enjoying a sundowner on the beach at the end of the day is just a great experience. Food and beverage is something that we're really proud of and where we take much pride in. The Elements restaurant this year, for instance, won the Wine Spectator Award of Excellence. And besides having great wines, also the chefs take great pride in creating really great dishes, always with fresh ingredients. And even if you're a vegan or you need to have your diet gluten-free, then there's a large choice of all kinds of meals and dishes that the chef can prepare for you. The Senses restaurant is a second restaurant that we do have at Bokuti. This is a high exclusive restaurant where the clients sit around the kitchen. It's like this open kitchen where the chef cook is preparing the meals, and you can see how he's working with the products and how they're really creating these amazing dishes all the way from scratch. And you can talk to him and ask questions and just enjoy a really high class meal. This is a very popular one. If your clients would like to experience this chef's table, then I would recommend to book it in advance. Another way of enjoying the gourmet at Bokuti is having a picnic lunch, where the chef will pack delicious salads, sandwiches, cheese, smoked meat, a bottle of wine, of course, some fresh sweets, and they will provide the clients with a picnic setup. The concierge will provide a list of best places where you can have your picnic. And it's really a cool thing to do, and of course also a very romantic experience to add to your holiday. And then the top of romantic luxury dining is having your own private dining moment in your own cabana at sea. These are placed on the beach just in front of the Elements restaurant, and it's just amazing. They do have 2 shifts per night. One is called the sunset dinner, and the other one is dining under the stars and the moon. Yeah, just imagine you sitting there with your loved one, drinking some wine and enjoying all this delicious food that's prepared for you by the chef. Well, I think you can imagine that many people have been proposed to on this beach, and it's really a super romantic experience. Well, and after all this relaxation and good wines and good eating, it's also always a good idea to take care of yourself and your own health, which is why the wellness at Bokuti is quite elaborate. We do have a complimentary wellness schedule where the clients can follow all kinds of free activities, free workshops, varying from big boot camp kind of bit more high energetic sports to really do a yoga on the beach. Or what I've experienced myself last week was do a mindfulness walk with a coach on the beach, and it's just amazing to experience to see the sunrise and to see the beach and everybody slowly waking up and just yeah, I thought it was very impressive and very unique. Another thing that's also free to use, if you can please go one slide back, is the wellness center, the fitness center. The cool thing of the fitness center is that it's very sustainable. Anyway, with Bokuti and Tara Beach Resort, sustainability is very important. In this wellness center, it's built in such way that with a minimum use of electricity, the room can be cooled down, so it's a very nice atmosphere to do your sports in. And besides that, all the machines that are moving, like the treadmills and the spinning bikes and so on, these machines do create electricity. So when you're sporting, you're not doing just good for yourself and for your own body, but you're also working on a healthy environment by creating electricity that is immediately used in the hotel. And it speaks for itself that you do see the flat roof on top of it, which is really filled with all these solar plates to also generate the solar energy. Now then, from the wellness, I would like to take you to the hotels. The hotel does exist in 2 parts. We've got the Tara wing and the Bokuti wing. Let's start in the Tara wing. The rooms are very spacious. What I like very much is that they all have a great view, especially if you're on the ocean side. I mean, from your bedroom, you have a large balcony or large terrace and just enjoying the view of the beach and of the ocean. And well, you'll never get bored watching outside. You can separate the bedroom with sliding doors from the living room, where there's a large and comfortable sofa, an equipped kitchen where you can make your own coffee, your own tea, or where you can keep your own wines cool in a large refrigerator. And there's a fully equipped bathroom, very large, with great amenities and yeah, very spacious rooms, very popular with the honeymooners as well. And what in this time, what Bokuti has done to guarantee the good health and safety of clients and of their own staff is that they thoroughly not only just clean the room, but they also disinfect it. And for that, they use the bluish lamp that you see on the left. This is a system that's also used in operation rooms in hospitals, and really ensuring that all viruses and all bacteria and everything is killed. After this lamp has been removed, the room is spotless, is totally safe. They will seal the room, so when you enter it for the first time, you can tear up the seal yourself, and your the clients are really secured that their health and their health is safe. So I think that's very important to know. Then also in the Tara wing, you've got the penthouse suites, which are very spacious. fully equipped with a separate bedroom, a large living room, a fully equipped kitchen with a stove and a microwave and American refrigerator, and of course also a large bathroom. Penthouse does have a balcony all along the penthouse, including some chairs and some sunbeds. So it's very popular nowadays. Also, I mean, I think you all heard about the term workation. And also at Bokuti, we see that people stay for a longer time and just get some work done and combine business with pleasure and work from here and yeah, enjoy the Caribbean life a bit more. In the Bokuti wing, this is a deluxe room. The deluxe room, they're all facing the ocean. Also, these rooms are very spacious. In the Bokuti wing, besides the deluxe room, we also offer superior and standard rooms. These do have the exact interior design, but they face the garden. And maybe some hotels would say that the rooms have a partial ocean view because you can see it from the balcony if you look aside. However, we don't. I mean, if you don't have a full frontal ocean view, then we prefer to sell those rooms as a garden view. Now, besides the ocean, if you're more into taking a dip in the pool, there's also a very spacious pool with beautiful sunbeds surrounded. As far as the sunbeds are concerned, what really struck me with Bokuti is that they do have more sunbeds than that they do have rooms. So you don't need to go out early to put your bath towel on a chair just to reserve it for later that day. At any time, if your clients go outside, if they've done an activity in the morning and they want to relax on the beach or with the pool in the afternoon, I mean, they never risk not having an empty bed available. So the staff is always very helpful and very willing to help you find an empty bed and just to make sure that you're comfortable and can enjoy the beach or the swimming pool to the max. This is another view of the pool, and as you can see, the pool is really located near the Elements restaurant. And also from the poolside, you have a great view on the hotel itself on one hand and the beautiful green gardens, but also on the beach. These are just some examples of the great drinks that you can get. Like I said earlier, you know, the Bokuti does have a very broad wellness offer. So your personal health and it's very important for us, which is why we don't just do the happy hour where you can get all your alcoholic beverages, one paying, one for free. But we also have a special healthy hour. And during the healthy hour, you can get all kinds of mocktails and smoothies, where it's also the principle of you buy one and you get one for free. So it's a pretty cool thing to work on your own health and just to enjoy some great drinks. This is the sandbar. The sandbar is next to the Elements restaurant, really on the beach. You can get all your drinks there. The staff, they do shake the cocktails for you or pour any other drink that you might want to enjoy. You can take a sit at the bar and enjoy, you know, conversations with your fellow guests. Or you can also choose to just sit down on one of the lounge chairs and, you know, have your drink by hand and just either soak up some sunlight or enjoy the sunsets or just relax and get comfortable. Same goes here. I mean, Aruba is, it's really known for having the most reliable sunsets each evening, and this is one of those typical scenes. If I may give you a tip, if you do have clients that want to stay to Bokuti, I mean, especially for honeymooners or people who do have another anniversary to celebrate, please let us know by advance. Because if we know that the clients do have a special celebration, we see to it that there are all kind of amenities and all kind of surprises to even make their stay more special and more memorable. So please just let us know. For the honeymooners, we always have a cocktail with champagne where we toast on their happiness. And yeah, it's always nice to celebrate love a bit more in this way. Then there is sustainability. I already said earlier when we were talking about the fitness that sustainability is very important for Bokuti. Ewald Biemans, who started the Bokuti Tower Beach Resort over 30 years ago, already, I mean, he's a real visionary when it comes to sustainability. And in his ideas, when you start a hotel, you have to see to it that you take care of the environment as well, and that you, just take care of the ecosystems, of the people, of the nature, and everything. So your clients will mention in the hotel that there are all measurements taken to really help taking care of nature. For instance, in the rooms, everybody will get a bottle which you can just fill up with water and take with you, either if you go to the beach or if you go to do an activity outside of the hotel. Within the hotel, there are all water taps everywhere where you can fill up your bottle. If you do your wellness, then you generate electricity. Well, there are just a lot of things to help with. And if you're there, on Eagle Beach is also famous for the sea turtles that go lay their eggs on the beach and to hatch later. And I mean, if you see those little creatures just make their way to the ocean and to a good life, then everybody will understand that it's very important to leave no carbon footprints than just your own footprints in the sand. And thanks to all that Bokuti is doing in a way of sustainability, they are the first and only carbon neutral hotel in the Caribbean, and which is a thing that we're very proud of. And we're just constantly monitoring. I was talking, Bokuti, they do have a sustainability manager, a very nice lady. She's working constantly full-time on making Bokuti and Tara a more sustainable place and making the world in general a better place. And she has done this math, and it seems that if you fly to Aruba and you stay a week in Bokuti, your carbon footprint is smaller than when you stay at home and go to work every day. So every more reason for you to come over to Aruba, to stay at the Bokuti Tara, to celebrate love, to have a memorable holiday which you will never forget. And well, we hope to see you all soon. Please do know that we are here for you in the markets. So if we can be of any assistance, or if you do have any questions, to help you to make it an unforgettable holiday for your clients, please reach out. Let us know as soon as it becomes code yellow. We will also look in the possibility of organizing fam trips for you to experience the hotel and just to see why it's so amazing.
Thank you so much, Irene. I really enjoyed that presentation. And maybe I'm just a little bit envious that you got back this morning from that wonderful resort. Now, you've shared so many things with us, but what's your insider tip? What's one thing that you would say to our agents today that they should advise their clients to definitely do at this resort?
Oh my, yeah, I do have, if you go to Aruba, the sunset is, I think it's one of the most amazing things to see, but please tell your people to go look, to be at the beach at dawn. I mean, see the sun coming up. It really turns the sky from this soft blue to pink, to pinkish, to great orange, and just be on the beach like 6:30, which sounds very early, but you're jet lagged anyway, so you're awake anyway. And for me, I've got the most amazing pictures. I've done a live video on Facebook really to show the travel agents as well. For me, that was really amazing. Don't stay in, don't sleep late. but get up early and enjoy the break of dawn at the beach.
Great insider
Yeah.
tips. So, agents, you've
Yeah.
heard, and she's also got some great posts on Facebook. So, do contact with Irene and follow her on all the social media channels that she will use to promote Bukuti and Tara Beach Resort. And don't forget, stay with us until the end of the session because we are giving away 7 nights bed and breakfast for 2 people at this fabulous property. So, stay with us, learn about the Caribbean. It's all about the Caribbean. So, we've visited our headline sponsor, Bukuti and Tara Beach Resort, Aruba, and now we're going to go on to the destination of Aruba, and we're now going to hear from Yap from the Aruba Tourism Authority.
Hey, Carol. Well, thank you very much. And Carol, there's one thing I really miss about my island is my beach chair. I think that's my beach chair. I should be there right now, but yeah, because of the circumstances, we can't be there right now. But I do hope we can all visit very, very soon and visit the beautiful Bukuti and Tara Beach Resort and many of the other beautiful resort restaurants on the island. Now, just to for my Dutch en Flemish-speaking friends, agents out there, goedemorgen. We doen deze presentatie in het Engels, zodat onze vrienden van Luxemburg en de Franstalige kant van België ook mee kunnen luisteren. Het is heel fijn dat jullie hier zijn. Let's turn back to English. Yes, here's a slide saying Aruba is open for happiness, and actually we are. Out of the US market and European market, you can get to Aruba. We have about 5 flights at this moment with KLM, and we welcome visitors from Europe and from the US, of course. Just please refer to your own governmental travel advisories. That's something that you really have to look into. And for this presentation, I actually brought some of my friends with me, and also they will tell their favorite story, their My Aruba part story, from what they really love doing on the island. That's Vanessa. She will talk a little bit about San Nicolas. We have Ruben talk about food. We have Andrea giving a little language lesson. We have Devon, her favorite spot on the island, and Shanti, and she tells you what's really My Aruba. But this is my island right over here. And Aruba is not so big, and so everything is very, very close. There are something very simple things such as driving around on the island is very, very simple. Everything is right-hand driving. Everything is very close. It's a safe island, and the public transportation is just wonderful. The taxis are just right outside of the hotels. If you arrive here, right here at the Reina Beatrix Airport after your long flight, you can get your rental cars right outside. But also the transfers are right over there. Now, as I said, Aruba is not so big, so you're already in like 5 minutes in Oranjestad, right over there. So if you move a little bit to the left, that's where the Bukuti and Tara Beach Resort is. And also a little bit more up, that's where the beautiful hotels are. Now, on this side of the island is nice and calm. On the other right side of the island is a little bit more rugged. It doesn't matter where you book your clients, you can always book them at a nice beachfront. Yeah, this is a picture of the high-rise hotels. For instance, the Hyatt you have there, you have the Marriott's there, you have the Holiday Inns there. This is some of the high-rise hotels now. Also, if you move to the low-rise hotels, and this is actually where the Bukuti is situated. You saw a picture already of the Bukuti Beach Resort right here. But also here you have some of the low-rise beach resorts. So enough beach for everybody. There's a lot of beach for everybody on the island. But then, going back to the island, I want to bring you to a place called San Nicolas. Right here, all the way on the right side. That's where the baby beach is as well. Very close to a national park, Arikok. That's that green area over there. That's a national park, Arikok, and it's a protected area. Definitely go-to place when you're on the island. So, San Nicolas. I'm not going to tell you the story, but my friend Vanessa is going to do that.
We're here at one of my favorite monuments in Aruba, our beautiful city hall. I love to walk the streets of Oranjestad with its bright-colored buildings, all a part of our rich history. To the north, you'll find the California Lighthouse with a panoramic view of the whole island. In St. Nicholas, at the south end of the island, you'll find our recently restored Art Deco water tower. That is now a museum. There you can learn everything about Aruba's industrial and cultural heritage. My name is Vanessa, and this is my Aruba.
Yeah, that's Vanessa talking a little bit more about not only St. Nicholas, but also Oranjestad, our light tower at the California Lighthouse in the north of the island. Let me go over to the restaurants that we have. Now, Aruba is very well known about many, many good restaurants, and most of the restaurants serve seating outside as well. So going through this issue that we're going through right now, the pandemic, most of the restaurants outside and cater very well, splitting up the tables 1.5 meters away from each other. So we can really seat a lot of people in the restaurant, enough with safety, having it the normal distance that we want to have. So we bring a lot of young chefs come to the island, and they bring different kinds of cultures from all over the world, from curries to stews to great soups. And they blend it in, and you will find that back on many of the good restaurants on the island. And most of these chefs just stay there, get married to a local person, or they stay there, bring in the rest of their family, and that's why Aruba's cuisine is phenomenal. It's really great. And Carol, that's also still another thing that I really miss, besides my beach chair, is also the food on the island. But I'm going to have Ruben Garcia, a very good old friend for me, tell you a little bit about what's his favorite part of the fish eating that he's going to eat.
This is serious business. That's the ocean. And right there, this fish was swimming a while ago. So our fisherman took that fish, brought it here, put it in the kitchen, and right here you have it on your plate. Forget about knives. You are allowed to eat with your hands. This is a red snapper. My name is Ruben, and this is my Aruba.
Well, thank you so much, Ruben. That looks very, very good. That looks amazing. Now, the one thing I'm always, when I moved away from Aruba, still my friends ask me, why did I do that? But still, I was always amazed how many languages we actually speak on the island. And we speak 4 languages. We speak Papiamento, which is our local language. It's a combination of Portuguese, English, Spanish, Dutch, Creole language, all mixed together. That's Papiamento. English we speak. I think 99% of the people on the island, they speak English. We speak Spanish because we're so close to South America. And we speak Dutch. 4 languages. And my cousins, they speak them fluently. I do that too. So when you go to the island, you can always communicate, no problem. But let me ask Andrea a little bit more tip about the Papiamento.
In our local language, Papiamento, solo te brilla means the sun is shining. We say that a lot in Aruba. Like today, solo te brilla.
Yeah, that's true. People ask me what's the weather going to be like tomorrow. It's going to be sunny as well. Now, again, like I said, it doesn't really matter where you book your clients. They're always very close to a beautiful beach or right on a beach. If you book your clients not at the low or high-rise hotels, you have them in a villa or one of the beautiful apartments right on the island, they're about 6 to 7 minutes away with a little car going to the beach. Bring an ice jug, bring some local beers, bring some fruits, and just spend a whole day on the beach. This is just a picture of white, sandy, powdery beaches. But if you actually go to the north coast, rent a car, drive to the many beaches that we have, small bays that we have, and go around, you also encounter yourself on the north coast of the island. That's a little bit more the rougher coastline of Aruba. There you go. Then we have some beautiful bays like we have over here. You can just stop, go in the water, splash in, and get right out. This is a bit more at the rougher side. Some places you can actually snorkel, but you have to be careful. Some places not. Now, talking about one of my favorite spots on the island, and I encountered somebody else that this is one of her favorite spots. That's Devon. This is a place on the island called Mango Alto. But I'm going to tell you about it. Let's Devon tell you something about that.
We're here in one of my favorite spots, Mango Alto. It's located to the south of the island in Savaneta and really easy to explore. We locals love to hop in a kayak and paddle along the mangroves. You'll see different species of birds, and if you're lucky, you might even see a turtle, as we call it, tortuga. My name is Devon, and this is my Aruba.
This is my Aruba. Yes, Devon, you're there, and I'm here in the cold, but I hope to see you very, very soon again. Thank you for that. Now, going back to the protocols of the island, as you can also seen, if you've seen at the Bokuti Beach Resort, they have many protocols in place. But actually, that's actually across the island. If you want to really read more about the information on what the protocols are on the island, then please go to our website, aruba.com, and right on the homepage, you can read everything about it. What's in place, what the restrictions are, what the rules and regulations are. Just go through that. Now, some of the standard mandatory things in place are masks. You have to wear it everywhere and anywhere under all circumstances where 1.5 meters social distancing is not possible. For instance, in restaurants, tables of 4 people at the table. With children, you can actually add more, and the tables have to be 1.5 meters apart. All indoor and outdoor sports are canceled. Casinos have some stricter protocols, and as already said, mask and mandatory also in public transportation. So this is actually stricter than we have right here in the Netherlands. So the protocols in Aruba are set, and they're set in stage. So it's pretty safe to go there. Now, to finalize my journey through Aruba, I want to introduce you a really, really special friend of mine. Her name is Shanti. I know her from childhood, from small. We grew up together, and she's one of the most famous yogis on island. And she will tell you what's so special about her Aruba.
I think the world around us is like a mirror. The peace in nature can awaken the peace that is inside yourself. When I explore my island with open arms, my Aruba embraces me right back. Beautiful clear waters that help you reflect. Ancient mysterious rocks that bring tranquility. A surreal landscape that soothes you with majestic winds. It brings me joy to connect with those who visit our tiny gem in the Caribbean Sea. Happy and at home. On my home. My Aruba. Where the world smiles at us and we greet it back with an open heart. Our happy island, your happy island, one happy island. My name is Shanti, and this is my Aruba.
Well, Shanti, thank you so much. And for all the ladies and gentlemen, all my colleagues in this webinar, in this presentation, I wish you all the best luck in the coming months. I'm really looking forward to see you all in Aruba again. Go to our website, find the latest information about traveling to Aruba. Also dial in hashtag #OneHappyIsland, and it doesn't matter which country you are in, you'll always find our social media channels. So thanks so much. Thanks for this opportunity. Talk to you soon.
Wow, that is amazing. I feel as if I was truly transported to Aruba. Thank you so much. And I won't ask for your insider tips because we've seen all your tips about food and everything, and we've heard from your friends as well. So I'm sure that the agents with us today, right across the Benelux, will have some great recommendations for their clients. So thank you, Jaap. And remember, everyone, don't forget, we've got 7 nights to the Bokuti and Tara Beach Resort on the beautiful island of Aruba. So stay with us, and a bit later we'll do the drawing. Thank you, Jaap. So moving on, where are we going to travel to now in the Caribbean? Let's spend a few minutes at the Atlantis Nassau Paradise Island in the Bahamas and see what they've got to share with us. Great stuff. So let's move on with our Caribbean virtual roadshow. And the next stop for us is Belize. So now we're going to hear from Sander Langeveld from the Belize Tourism Board. Sander, over to you.
Good afternoon, Carol, and good afternoon or good morning, everybody. Depends on which time zone you are. Welcome to the Belize show. You better Belize it. I would like to take you on a little trip into Belize. First, would like to tell you a little bit in the video about the destination, and then we have the helicopter view of tourism into Belize these days during this time. We take you up to the north of Belize. we're going by boat on the new river to the beautiful Lamanai Mayan temple. Spectacular located in the jungle of Belize. Beautiful views. Orange Walk. Here you find the typical local cuisine. Curaçao is facing the border with Mexico. And then, of course, Belize are producing wonderful rum with a sugarcane built. And then we move on to the islands, so-called keys. And we make a start in La Bonita, Ambergris Key. This is the great thing about Belize. It's Central America mixed with the Caribbean. And the Keys, they definitely have the Caribbean flavor, totally. Diving and snorkeling is world class. And of course, a specific fly fishing. Kiekolker, the slogan is go slow and is very popular among the European tourists. And you can go around by bike, that's what we love. Take a dive in the Caribbean Sea. And now we're going to more the middle part of the country. The Belize Zoo is a rehab center for animals from Belize. It's a very nice one, especially the night tour on request. Belize City is the key city in Belize, the trading city, and it's not so far, half an hour to 20 minutes from the international airport. Wildlife is stunning in Belize, and 75% of the country is jungle. If we move morewards to the west of the country, is real Central America, with the border with Guatemala. Beautiful falls, Mount Pine Ridge, the mountains in Belize, and of course we have the Mayans. Go cooking with us. Carol and I did it last year. San Ignacio is the border town with a weekly fresh market. Cahal Patch and Xunantunich. You need a couple of drinks to pronounce it. So Belize being part of the Maya history and culture today. And of course, whereas the Caribbean, there's the smoke of the barbecue, and that's what we love. Now we're going to the south of the country. We have beautiful beach resorts. Hopkins Villa, very much known for the Garifuna. Placentia, beautiful beach resort in Belize. Small, intimate. And of course, everywhere the keys, go snorkeling, go relaxing. The captain will do the barbecue lunch for you. And the water is so pristine and clear. And of course, we go by plane, by car, by horse. And now we go into the deep south of Belize, also known where you meet the real Mayans. Go cooking again with them. Caving and cave tubing we do in Belize. And the cacao farming, very nice, very fresh, and also very strong. Just imagine yourself that you're going on this trip. Punta Gorda is in the deep south of Belize, not so far from the Guatemala border as well, but in the south end. And there's the rhythm of the Garifuna drums again. And one of the highlights, or at least what people know and aware, is the Great Blue Hole in Belize. Here you see the shot from above, which you can make day trips going diving and snorkeling. The Belize Barrier Reef is the second biggest diving reef in the world, almost 260 kilometers from north to south. And snorkeling is a must-do in Belize. Even on darker and colder days in the fall, if you listen to this video and just close your eyes and listen to the music, you're already getting in the mood of Belize. Of course, we're also going to send you and share with you right now a beautiful presentation with some couple of slides of Belize. And you see the Great Blue Hole. Jacques Cousteau was the one who found the blue hole, actually. And they say Belize is the country where Indiana Jones meets Jacques Cousteau. And here we see the map of Belize. Belize is just a small country. It's like 2/3 of the size of Netherlands and also Belgium. You see the northern border crossing with Mexico, and then the west and the south is with Guatemala. And we only have 350,000 people living in Belize. And Belize opened for tourism again only a few days ago, October 1, and we'll have American Airlines, Delta Airlines, and United Airlines serving Belize in the beginning. And later on this winter and fall, other airlines will be added. And also Tropic Airlines is bringing you from Cancun into Belize City. And here we go. The Belize dollar is the local currency, and it's half of the value of the US dollar. And as you see, Queen Elizabeth is still on the Belize dollar notes. Belize is an independent country since 21 September 1981, but is still part of the British Commonwealth. So it's the only country in Central America that is English spoken. Although if you would like to improve your Espanol, this is very good possible too. And Belize is open. We are so happy that we can welcome tourism again from this time. For the Netherlands and Belgium and Luxembourg, the travel advice is not positive yet. But of course, as soon as it's opening for the tourism from the Benelux, we will let you know. The reopening is in different phases. Of course, we focus on the tourism aspect. It's in a nutshell. You need to download a Belize Health app. You need to show a negative PCR test up on arriving, and then the accommodation and local tour operators are using the gold standard. The Belize Tourism Board created that in order to deal with all the COVID-19 protocols and measurements. So this means that basically your holiday is like in a bubble. We call it a tourism safe corridor. So you stay in your hotel, you stay in your certified hotel, you stay in your certified restaurant, and you book your tours with a certified tour operator. The list is being updated daily because more and more hotels and local tour operators are joining. These days, this is part of our tourism life these days, infographics. And I have to say, Belize is doing great with the very informal and good informing infographics about traveling during this time. And the country and the tourism industry is very much prepared. And this is how you travel in Belize: by the air, by the sea, by bike, by bus, and of course by golf cart. This is how the barrier reef looks. It's beautiful, it's crystal clear, it's blue, Great Blue Hole, Bounty Islands, world-class diving and snorkeling. Even if you're not a diver and just prefer to snorkel, book a local tour and go snorkeling or fishing. Just enjoy it, and this is the island for you and for me. And we have the beautiful coast, we have the Mayan temples, we have the Mayan sites, we have so many activities that we can do, and one of them is the exciting cave tubing. Belize has the biggest number of caves within Central America. Is very much an exciting thing to do, because you find all kind of things that you cannot expect. And of course, we also have the Jaguar Reserve. The national football team is also called the Jaguars. And of course, in Europe, we say soccer. And here we have different types of monkeys everywhere in the jungle. And the most specific sound is the one of the holler monkey. And 500 species of birds in Belize. So if you like to do the bird watching, please do it. And yes, romance is everywhere in Belize, because it's so small and it's so intimate. And you can do so many things in such a small country. Distances are short. Go into the jungle, go horseback riding. And of course, with a canoe or zip lining. So if you like it adventurous or less adventurous, you can do it. Do the cacao farming. There are so many things that you can do with the Mayans. And try the drums if you have the rhythm and the sound. And just let go. By the way, so many people, different type of people live in Belize. We have the Mayans, we have the Creole, we have the Mestizo, the Mennonites, the Garifuna, the East Indian, the Middle Eastern, Asian, and Central American people. And the food is just amazing. Of course, the most well-known thing is the fried jack. Usually you have it for breakfast, and of course we serve it with the hot sauce. And then we have the Mary Sharps or the hot mamas. And of course, during the day or the afternoon, or whenever you're ready, drink the fresh rum. The One Barrel and the Traveler's Rum are just two brands to name. We have the own website in Dutch, own social media in Dutch, and for Belgium, we also refer to the travelbelize.org. And of course, we also have the Belize training program, where you find the information online. We have a Belize Travel Advisors and Friends Facebook page, where travel trade from Netherlands and Benelux meets the entire tourism industry of Belize, so you stay updated. Belize is for the experienced traveler who is looking for something new, something different, something inspiring. And that's what makes Belize unique. It's very diverse, it's very small, people are very friendly, it is easy going. We usually connect through the United States or Panama or Mexico. At this time, there are no direct flights into Belize yet, but that's something we look forward to in the future. And of course, in the chat, I'm willing to answer all the questions. I would love to send you the presentation and also all the information about how to get to Belize, and what are all the standards during this COVID-19 time.
Thank you, Sander. That was absolutely amazing. And you're right. I have been to Belize twice and I have thoroughly enjoyed it. And my colleague Florian, who's with us on this program, um, Belize is on his bucket list. So I know he wants to go there and he wants to go dive in as well. So, yep, Belize really is the place to go. And that has been an amazing presentation. And you mentioned the fried jacks as well, and I've had those. Delicious. I really can't wait to go back to Belize myself. I mean, I'd say to you, what's your favorite activity? But having had the opportunity to travel to Belize with you, with our other colleagues on 2 occasions, I know, that you enjoy so many of the adventurous things and the food and the drinks. All I can say is, folks, you got to go to Belize yourself and Belize it for yourself. Absolutely amazing. Thank you, Sander.
Yeah,
And they've
you
got all
better
your
believe
contact
it.
details. You better believe it.
Thank
And
you. Thank you,
they've got
Carol.
you. Thank you too. And they've got your contact details. And folks, chat with us. Keep chatting with us. I know that some of you are using the chat, but use the chat. Ask us questions. Engage with us. Now we're going to continue our Caribbean journey on this virtual roadshow. And we're now going to hear from the Tourism Corporation of Bonaire. And Ryan Hart is going to be presenting to us. Over to you, Ryan.
Good morning, Carol. Thank you so much for the introduction. I will be showing you Bonaire. Bonaire is a beautiful destination, very unique, very pristine, and very tranquil. And just to start off, I just want to show you a short video of Bonaire, and then we will continue with my presentation. Okay. I'm completely now in the Bonaire vibes after seeing this video. Yeah, I would like to start to give you just some general information about Bonaire. Bonaire is actually a very unique destination for various reasons. One of them is because Bonaire is super popular for the marine park, where you have on Bonaire itself more than 85 diving sites. Very special diving destination. But Bonaire has more to offer. If you look at the map, you see that on the north side you see the Washington Slagbaai National Park, which is approximately 1/5 of the island. In this national park, we protect our endangered species, but there are also several diving sites. The nice thing is the diving sites are being pointed out with a yellow stone. If you go to a little bit south, you see Rincon. Rincon is actually one of the oldest, or it is the oldest Dutch Caribbean town. And in the middle, a little bit down south, you see Kralendijk, which is the capital of Bonaire. Very vivid capital, small capital, but very vivid, and a lot of dining possibilities. In front of Kralendijk, you see a small island. We call it Klein Bonaire. Very simple to remember. Klein Bonaire means small Bonaire in Dutch, where you have pristine beaches and also a lot of diving and snorkeling sites. If you go back inland and you go down south, you go to the Pekelmeer, which you see on the picture on the background. With those are actually the salt lakes, and also you have Lac Bay, which is a little bit southeast of Bonaire, where it's amazing to windsurf. So a real windsurf paradise. Well, Bonaire is actually part of, they call it a bijzondere gemeente, which means it's a special town of the Netherlands. There is a distinct, a lot of you maybe then think that you can pay with euros, but in the case of Bonaire, because of practical reasons, we have chosen to use the American dollar. So if you go to Bonaire, just take that into consideration. Um, as of as for the flights to Bonaire, we have actually flights from Amsterdam directly to Bonaire, both with KLM and TUI fly. Actually, the drinking water in Bonaire is amazing. It's distilled and purified seawater, and it's very safe to drink. And it's actually one of the most purified drinking waters in the world. Here you see the slide with Flamingo Airport. Flamingos actually are our national, you can say, bird. You also see it in the logo. And the reason is that on Bonaire, actually Bonaire is the only southern Caribbean island where the flamingo has its natural habitat. But as you can see here, TUI Fly and KLM both fly directly to Bonaire. I'm just going to show you a small video of actually how the underwater world of Bonaire looks like. Why go to Bonaire and dive? Because Bonaire is a very famous destination for a lot of divers. One of the reasons that we've heard from divers why they love Bonaire is because of the freedom. You can do a lot of sorts of diving in Bonaire, from free diving to night diving, but the most popular is shore diving. Shore diving, you can shore dive over more than 50 sites on Bonaire, 365 days a year, 24/7. There's a possibility to dive, and the liberty that you have as a diver just to get your oxygen tank, load it up in your pickup, and just drive to a diving site and then go overboard. It's amazing. So that's the reason we have a lot of people coming from all over the world to dive in Bonaire, from beginners to advanced. You can find more than 350 fish species on Bonaire, with 50 soft and stony corals as well. So it's a complete experience for a diver. And like I said, you can see the beautiful images of divers in Bonaire. Yeah. Also for snorkelers, Bonaire is a very attractive destination. So not only for divers, if you want to go to Bonaire and you're not an advanced diver, or you're not interested in diving, snorkeling gives you that more or less the same experience, because it's very clear water. You can see seahorses. If you go to the next slide, you see the beautiful sea turtle. So it's a very beautiful experience when it comes to the underwater world of Bonaire. In Bonaire, we actually this is also for people above water. We have if you want to observe the sea turtles, Bonaire is a place where we have three special breeds, and the most common one is actually the green sea turtle. On Bonaire, we do a lot when it comes to nature conservation. We are also a leading blue destination. That means that we use our water resources, so the ocean we use as our resource, and this is actually very important for our local people. And we use it for everything, and it also reminds us of being sustainable. It's integrated in our policy when it comes to tourism, but also with the government policies, because we try to keep our destination as clean and sustainable as possible, to have a longevity for everyone. It's not only for our people, but also for the species that we have on Bonaire. The flamingos. Bonaire is a very popular destination amongst the bird watchers. Actually, like I said earlier, the flamingos, but we have over 200 different other bird species on Bonaire. The nice thing about the flamingos is that if you drive down south, for example, you see them in the wild. It's prohibited to enter their natural habitat, but still from outside you are able to see the flamingos live in their natural habitat, and it's really wonderful to see that piece of nature on Bonaire. One thing it's very important to mention, we spoke about the diving and also about the snorkeling, but definitely Bonaire has beaches that are super beautiful, very quiet, because that's actually the whole message of Bonaire. We are a small destination. We only have 20,000 people, a little bit more than 20,000 people living on the destination. So basically, we have a lot of nature. We have a lot of room for everyone. And also, if you go to the beaches, we have more than 20 beaches. You will see this space. You will see the room that there is for everyone on the beaches, and go and discover that, because we have beaches along the coast of Bonaire, but also at Klein Bonaire, which is very close to Bonaire. And it's very easygoing. You get into your car, you take your cooler, and then you go and discover these types of beautiful beaches. This is actually a very beautiful beach. You can see the coast of Bonaire actually on the other side. So it's a very beautiful beach experience as well. Culinary, a very important topic, especially if I speak for myself. Culinary is I think Bonaire, you can say Bonaire is a culinary capital. We have different types of cuisine, and quite popular chefs that are also based on Bonaire. So we have all these influences from our own people, but definitely also that came from outside through international influences. So Bonaire is a very popular and very good place to discover different types of cuisine. You can go from French to, like you see in the slide, to Dutch, Colombian, all these influences, and don't forget to try our own criollo food. So that's our own food from Bonaire, which is consists of stews and other types of delicious dishes. Yeah, our the history of Bonaire is rich. We have been discovered by a Spaniard, so we have also the influence from Spain. We have the African influences, and it's a complete blend, and that you can see throughout the whole country with our music, with our food, and actually also, if you go to the next slide, you see also still remainings of those of this history. Here you see the slave houses that you can find along the salt lakes. And here, for example, in these slave houses, you had slaves that this reminds us of the 1850, where you had slaves that used to go to Rincon and slept in these small houses. But it reminds us of our history a long time ago. So it's also there for people to really discover the history of Bonaire. Yeah, salt, a very important commodity for Bonaire. I found it quite interesting when we went to Bonaire to see actually these salt pans and also see the process of salt making, because you can see the water going from a light pink to darker pink and eventually becoming salt. And it's quite impressive to see these salt mountains basically that you see in Bonaire. So it's definitely also a highlight on Bonaire. And then we go over to the fun activities, because Bonaire has, we spoke about diving, snorkeling, and the beach. But if you go to, for example, Lac Bay, you see beautiful mangroves where you can do kayaking. But also windsurfing is very popular on Bonaire. We have windsurf champions in the world ranking, so it's a very popular sport as well on Bonaire. And it's also a beautiful way. Kayaking is a beautiful way to discover Bonaire from another side. Cycling, we have over 300 kilometers of cycling paths actually on Bonaire, and this is also for the more active person that wants to discover Bonaire in a different way, because with cycling you get onto this unpaved roads where you can discover a different side of Bonaire that with the car you won't be able to do. So it's definitely recommendable. If you go to Bonaire, I would say rent a bike and go and discover the destination, because it's very suitable to do this with a bike as well. And like I mentioned, windsurfing, a very popular sport and activity on Bonaire. You can do this at Sorabon. This is actually it's actually very undeep and very good for also beginners until advanced to experience the windsurfing here. The wind is always there, so when you go there, it's going to be windy, but definitely a very awesome place to do windsurfing. And this is actually quite nice. The donkey. When you go to Bonaire, you will see a lot of the donkeys in the wild. And actually, there was a Dutch woman called Marina Melis in 1993, and her husband Ed. They started the donkey sanctuary that you can still visit, and it's quite nice to also see the donkeys in Bonaire. I'm sure when you go to Bonaire, you will see one of the donkeys, but I thought it was very suitable to also add this in the presentation, and as it's more likely that you will see one of these inhabitants of Bonaire when you're there. I want to thank you for your time, and I hope to see you on Bonaire. I wish you a nice presentation, other presentation of my colleagues, and if you have any question, just send me an email. You can send a message in the chat. I'll be there to answer you. And thank you again very much.
No, that was really great, Ryan. It sounds like such an adventurous paradise. And I'm sure that those who want adventure, activity, windsurfing, that's a great choice for them. And I think that those who haven't yet been to Bonaire, they've certainly learned a lot today. So I have a quick question for you. When the
Yes.
agents or their clients are in Bonaire, what dish would you recommend that they try? What's your favorite dish in Bonaire?
Oui. Yeah, you have a couple
Oui.
of them. Yeah. If I would say I would go for the goat stew. That's with fungi. That's definitely a very nice dish. And if you want to be a little bit more adventurous, that's what I did the last time. I tried the iguana soup.
Iguana soup.
It tastes a little bit, yeah. But the stew and the goat stew is amazing. So I would definitely go for that. Yeah.
And if we have non-meat eaters, if we have some people listening today and joining us who don't eat meat, any suggestions as to what vegetarians or vegans can try when they're on Bonaire?
Well, actually, if you try, for example, we also have something that's called fungi. That's like polenta. That's nice
Yeah.
to eat. You can have the influences from the Dutch, so you can try it with cheese, and you can also have
Yeah.
actually the Johnny cake, as we call it, with cheese
Yeah.
and those type of stuff. Yeah. So that's
Yeah.
definitely.
Yeah,
I
I've
would
had
definitely
fungi
recommend
with.
it.
Yeah, I was going to say that's great because I've had fungi with stewed okras and that was absolutely divine. So if we've
That's
got
also
people,
yeah, correct.
yeah,
Yeah.
who don't eat meat, or or who are
Yeah,
reducing on meat, or there's lots of dishes that they can try. And of course, for those who
correct.
eat seafood, there's an abundance as well. So great, thank you so
Oh yeah,
much, really
for
enjoyable.
seafood, definitely for seafood we have we're a seafood heaven. So definitely there is a lot of choice.
Okay, thank you, Ryan. And don't forget, agents, keep chatting with us. There's lots to share. Let's take a video break and let's now go and visit Renaissance Curaçao Resort and Casino. Oh, I'm feeling that vibe. I'm here doing a few shoulder moves. That was really nice. So now that we're in the spirit and feeling all about Curacao, we're now going to move on to that destination and we're going to hear from the Curacao Tourist Board. And Sharon Vassell is going to be speaking to us and telling us all about Curacao. And I know it's a destination that many of you are familiar with, but it's always great to hear what else is happening. So we're going to hear from Sharon and Curacao.
It's time. Time to get back to life. Time to feel incredibly free. Time to experience the energy, the passion, and the spirit of the Caribbean. Time to feel the sun on your back and the sand beneath your toes. Time to bring color back to your world. The wait is finally over. It's time to get away to Curaçao. Feel it for yourself.
Bombini back, as we say in Curaçao. That means welcome back. My name is Sharon Vassell. Like you just heard, I'm the trade coordinator of the Curaçao Tourist Board here in Europe, home based in the Netherlands, Den Haag. And I would like to give you a little bit of heads up. Some new changes that we have on the island. Yes, so welcome back, like I just mentioned, Bombini in Papiamento. Voor de Nederlandstaligen, welkom terug. Yes, so as you already know, a lot of destinations here in Europe, they can travel starting July 1st to different countries. Curaçao is one of them. And Curaçao also opened its doors starting July 1st for low and medium risk countries. And you know, every time that changes, every 2 weeks, they evaluate it again, and to see, yes, who can enter. Maybe today it's closed for one destination, and in 2 weeks the borders are open again. We advise you to look at gobierno.cw. I will spell it GOBIERNU.C as in Charlie, W as in whiskey. And there you can stay up to date with all the new developments of the island. KLM and TUI are still flying daily to Curaçao, out of Amsterdam to Curaçao. And we are very happy to announce that in September, we welcomed a total of over 10,000 tourists, of which 91% came from Europe. Especially now that the weather is starting to get gray and rainy. And if you look at your weather app, it says, okay, a little bit of sun, but the next day, suddenly it's gray, suddenly it's raining. So most of them are booking their vacation, their last minute vacation to Curaçao because, yes, every day, 365 days a year, between 27 and 31 degrees. Yes, we have rain season starting October, but yes, what is rain season for us? A little bit of rain, sunshine, a little bit of rain, sunshine. So you can still go to the beach, you can still do your daily activities as if nothing happened. There are new cases of local infections on the island of the COVID-19, but we have it under control. As of today, we have 260 plus cases on the island, and it is being handled very, very carefully. The measurements are being taken, especially in the hotels, activities. As a tourist, you don't really notice that the COVID is around you because it's very, very limited. Some changes, such as if you go to a restaurant, make your reservations before you go, because they are very limited in spaces, how many people they can take in the restaurants. Your activities, make your reservations before you go. So there are a few changes that are being done, but you don't really notice the difference so much. Yes, so that's the heads up about the COVID-19 on the island. I will give you here the statistics of September. Like I mentioned, over 10,000 tourists, 8,646 traveled from the Netherlands and 359 from Germany. What is very interesting here in this statistics is that compared to 2019, there's an increase in the average night stays. We have an increase of 16%. So yes, it's getting gray here in Europe. People are going to the island and they're staying much longer. So yes, these are the European arrivals. Starting November, we will also open our border for the US market. The Canadian market, it's already open, but there are seasonal flights. So in November, the total of tourists will increase. Next to our website, gobierno.cw, we also recommend you and for your clients to visit our website, Curaçao.com. And there you can see all the information regarding how to travel to Curaçao. Now, these are the steps. The DI card, Curaçao.com. First, you would have to submit the digital immigration card. On this same page, the second step, you can find where you can fill out your PLC form. The PLC form you must fill out 48 hours before departure. When you fill out this form, you also have your PCR test that you took 72 hours prior to departure. This is what you upload together with your passenger locator card, your PLC form. Everything changed on our website. It used to be the DI card, the immigration card, your PCR test, and then the PLC. Since 2 weeks ago, it changed that the PLC and the PCR go together 48 hours before departure. You can upload it on the website dicardcuraçao.com. So please take note of this small change that we have since 2 weeks ago. Our website, www.curaçao.com, you can find the latest travel updates. This page is in English, but if you scroll further down, you can change the language to Dutch or Spanish. Now let's talk about Curaçao. Curaçao, 444 vierkante kilometer, 172 square miles, over 35 wonderful beaches, sunny beaches, white sand, blue water. And if you look at the left side, from the west coast going down, you have the quiet beaches compared to the Willemstad side. The other side where you have the more vibrant, more tourists. You have restaurants and shops next to the beach. So it's a diversity from the west side to the Jantiel area, Willemstad area. Yes, it's a whole contrast. Traveling more up to the west side, you have also the Christoffel Park. Yes, so you go more to the natural side of the island. Our beaches, like I mentioned, 35 different beaches. Next to Curaçao, you can also go on a 2-hour boat trip. Now we also have the power boat, so you can do it in 1 hour. You can go to Klein Curaçao. Klein Curaçao is an island. Nobody lives there. It's just you and your group. You go there and you have barbecue on the boat. Depending with what boat trip you're going to, you also have a bar there on the island, especially for that for a special group that goes on the trip. You can swim between turtles, snorkeling, diving, all at Klein Curaçao. On your way to Klein Curaçao, swinging music, barbecue, snacks. So it's fun to do alone, but it's also fun to do with a group, limited, with one household, or yes, if you can prove that you all travel together and staying together, you can also travel like that. Our water activities, over 70 different diving sites, kayaking, snorkeling, diving, underwater scooters. There are so much to mention that you can do in the water. You can also actually fly over the water with the special boots. Especially for the young ones between 18 and 24 years old, you have so many different water activities. Yes. Willemstad. This is the capital of the island. It is since the 1970s, they are a part of the UNESCO World Heritage. You can find a lot of old buildings that they carefully renovated. But yes, it takes you back in the years, yes, I'm trying to find a word in English, but it takes you back in the days. A lot of them are also painted with art. Local artists created beautiful paintings. You can see one here done by Francis Sling. But just like this one, you have not only buildings, you also have artworks from schools that they created, boats with things that they found in the waters while cleaning up beaches. There's a lot of art, history, the museum, the Curaçao Museum that you can visit, all in Willemstad. Yes. Here you get a clear view of Willemstad. On the left side, you have Otra Banda, which literally means the other side. And on the right-hand side, you have Punda. It is being connected by the Pontjesbrug, as we say in Dutch, floating on small boats that open and closes every time a large boat enters in our haven. For people traveling, especially interested in nature, we have a lot of different areas. We have the Christoffelberg, where you have groups that go on top of this bridge and do the yoga. As if this one is a nice and quiet place to be. They all subboards, and you can just imagine just closing your eyes, listening to the waters and hearing the birds. Same as here as the Christoffel. What better place to be in your zen? We have a lot of bike and walking tours. We have off-road tours, but there's a lot of you that already know our island. So I will give you a heads up of the different things that is being that changed during this pandemic. During this pandemic, there have been quite some changes in the tourism industry. It has affected a small amount of our local partners, like the Santa Barbara Resort, who has decided to close its doors for 12 months. But most of our partners took this period of time to make some positive changes. They are a lot, but I will only mention a few of them. The Avila Beach, for example, enlarged its beach area to one extra large beach. There is now more space between the beach chairs. There are more palm trees providing shades. So this is all to give you more safety and security while going to the beach. The Corendon Mangrove Beach Resort offers now day and evening passes, which includes the use of swimming facilities, the aqua park, the consumption at their restaurants. So even if you're staying somewhere else, you can also have a day or an evening pass. Scuba Lodge, Contiki Beach, Bawaza Luxury Resort, Akoya Resort, Sunscape, Renaissance Curaçao, the Beach House, and much more. They have recently undergone extensive renovations, and some even completed their rebrandings. But we also have some new properties, such as the Terra Boutique Hotel. and also the natural Curaçao. The natural Curaçao is the only naturist resort on Curaçao. It is the ideal location for tranquility, nature lovers, divers, and conscious living people looking for calm holidays. In the middle of Curaçao's beautiful nature, the resort is an eco-friendly construction featuring solar panels, water recycling, and a beautiful view. So this is Curaçao's first natural resort where clothing is optional. So you can see during this pandemic, most of the properties took their time to upgrade, to make changes, not only in the properties, but also in the restaurants, their menus. So if you have clients that already went to Curaçao, please inform them that, okay, I know you've been there, but know that this hotel, these are the changes, these are extra things that you can do. But not only hotels did some changes, we also have, next slide, please. Yes, we also have touring companies that are now giving you the opportunity to book your own things on their newly launched website. They did this last month. FBTT is one of them. They also launched tours as the e-bike tour is very popular. We had recently had a group that did the Willemstad e-bike tour, where they went to see the art in Willemstad. They visited different yes, I'm looking. In Curaçao, we have 4 different languages. We speak 4 different languages. We speak Dutch, we speak Papiamento, we speak English, we speak Spanish. So I'm trying to look for the exact words. But yes, in Willemstad, you have the bike tour, where you can go to different bars, the Kanya bar, where you different food areas. So also here it mentions that you can go to the coastline of San Pedro as well. So this is one of their new activities that they launched. We also have new ones that started. That's on the next slide. The Envision, that's also a new partner of us, where they do exclusive tours. But you can visit our website and Curaçao.com, where you can find different things to do. You can also contact us. You can we can chat, and you can ask me everything you would like to know for different areas of Curaçao. Yes, so this was the part of Curaçao. Thank you for listening, and chat. Talk to you soon.
Yes, great. Thank you so much. Very, very informative, and so important to just take the time as well to look at some of the changes regarding entering Curacao and what visitors have to do. And I know that, it might seem like so many things, but when you think of the sunshine, the activities, the hotels, the food, the drink, the adventure,
it's all
worth it. It's all worth it. You're so right, Sharon. So thank you so much for a great presentation. And we also want to remind everyone that there is the opportunity to win 7 nights at the Renaissance Curaçao Resort and Casino. Stay with us, chat with us. We're almost at the end, and we're looking forward to giving away some great prizes. So we're now going to spend a few minutes looking at the Moon Palace in Jamaica, and they're also giving away 5 nights at bed and breakfast for 2 people. So let's travel over to Jamaica and have a look at the Moon Palace. Moon Palace, Jamaica. Now we're going to hear from Hans, and Hans is going to tell us all about the wonderful island of Jamaica. And at the end of this session, he'll also be giving away a bottle of Appleton rum. Not this one, this is mine, but you can win your own bottle. So stay with us and let's go and join Hans and hear all about Jamaica.
Feel the pulse, feel the vibe, feel it in your heart.
Sunshine smiling warm up inside your heart, feeling of pure love. Oh, Jamaican heartbeat, dancing to the beat up inside your heart.
Whoa.
Heartbeat of the world. Oh, Jamaican heartbeat. Jamaican heartbeat.
Jamaica.
Can you feel it? Jamaican heartbeat.
Love it.
Heartbeat of the world. Beyond compare. Nothing like it anywhere. Share, eat and drink. We move and dance with you. No matter where you are.
No matter where you come
No
from.
matter where you're from. Join in the party. You're welcome.
They are laugh,
You're welcome.
smile. So me say greetings, welcome to one and all, to the land of scat, reggae and dancehall. There we go beach, river and waterfall, and we have a lot of party when the night fall. Whole a vibe, eat something with a drink in your hand. Rum beer, jerk chicken, roast fish, yellow yam. Them say we beat unique, so every boy, every girl come to Jamaica, the heartbeat of the world.
Jamaican heartbeat.
Jamaica.
Can you feel it? Jamaican heartbeat. Heartbeat of the world.
Thank you very much, Carol, for introducing me. My name is Hans van Hamel, working for the Tourist Board of Jamaica at Benelux, and I'll get you through my presentation. I hope you liked the video. A lot of Irie moves and a lot of Irie feeling, and let's get into the heartbeat of the world. So we can start with the new slide. Yep. Okay. We can move on. I would like to give you some idea about the flight connections at the moment. We have some flight connections planned from the Netherlands and from Frankfurt, from Brussels, but that will start mid-November and December. But the only airline really flying now at the moment with good connections from the Benelux is Virgin Atlantic. You see it in yellow. We have now 2 flights. It flies through London Heathrow, which is very important to know because in the past they had their bases in London Gatwick with very bad connections. So now we have 2 flights a week until the end of October. Then we have 3 flights a week starting at the end of October. And really, this is the biggest news we have concerning Virgin Atlantic. We have 5 flights starting somewhere near Christmas. Please, if you book your flights, look at the interline connections, which are mentioned here, KLM or BA from Amsterdam and all the other destinations, Brussels, Düsseldorf, Frankfurt, you can use BA. Yes. We cannot pass this. We have strict protocols as well in Jamaica concerning COVID. Jamaica has been open since June 15th already. We are having a lot of tourists already from the United States and from England at the moment. Each traveler really needs a travel authorization. You can get that one 5 to 3 days in advance via the website visitjamaica.com. You have 2 restricted areas where you can go to, which is the northern part. We call them the resilient corridors. And we have the northern part from the Negril in the west to the east, which is Port Antonio. And then the southern part from Porus, which is near Mandeville in the direction of Negril. What I say is that no tourists from Europe need to give a PCR test on arrival, whatever. We are not in a high-risk destinations like USA or Mexico or Brazil or Panama or DR. No, we from the Europe can enter, go to the country, and there, yes, you will be asked some questions by a medical officer. If they have the feeling they need to do a test with you, they will do that test for you. You have to do that, and which means that the day after you will get your confirmation on if you're negative, or hopefully not for you or the client positive, but you have to stay that day in the hotel. Afterwards, you can travel around all the corridors. On the same link you see here, you find the licensed hotels, accommodations, the travel companies, transportation companies, as well as attractions. This changed just this weekend. In the past, you had to stay in one hotel. You're now allowed to split your holiday, meaning you can stay in Ocho Rios 1 week and 1 week in the Grill, or whatever you want. But it has to be in the resilient corridors. The other things we have mentioned in there is the type of tourists, which means that we from Europe mainly go on holiday, but you may be a business traveler as well. We have certain specific rules for that, and for those who really go back home as a Jamaican, they have other rules as well. Yeah, we can go to the next slide. Well, why Jamaica? Honestly, it's an excellent combination of rich history, abundant culture, British and African. The gastronomy is great. One of the most important things we have is jerk, rum, ackee and saltfish. The nature is stunning. The whole island, you have seen that in the video as well, is purely green. Yes, we have sun, sea and beach, but a lot of people only know us because of sun, sea and beach. No, it's various. And then the last thing, which is the local Jamaicans. For me, the local Jamaicans are maybe the most important reason to go to Jamaica. Everything can be beautiful, everything can be nice, but if the people are not nice, you have a problem. So I can really say, meet the locals, meet the people. They're open, they're friendly. Okay, 2 or 3% of the people are not nice, but it's the same here in the Benelux. They're open for a chat, they're open for happiness and friendliness. So please go to Jamaica and meet the locals. Yes. I'm going to show you now the map of Jamaica. The island is 233 kilometers from east to west and 83 kilometers from north to south. We have 14, let's say, parishes. I call it sometimes provinces, but you can identify it like that. We have 6 tourism regions, starting with Montego Bay in the northwest. Then we go to Ocho Rios, Port Antonio, Kingston, which is the capital, the south coast, and the Grill. It's all 2 hours drive. And the only part you have is from Kingston to the south coast. It's about 4.5 hours, depending on how quickly you drive. More and more people are going to Jamaica now these days to make self-drive, and they drive around, but they need some experience to have been driven in let's say in other countries outside of Europe. If you have done that in the past, yeah, you can drive around in Jamaica, and it's easily done. The roads are good. The let's say from middle to very good. You even have highways from Ocho Rios to Kingston and from Kingston to Manchester area. Okay, thank you very much. Next slide. Oh, and the last thing I would like to say is from one side to the other side, it's about 7.5 hours drive. So it's not a small island. And the easter you go, the greener it gets. Now we start in Montego Bay. There's so much to do and so much to see per area that I'm going to give you some tips. Montego Bay is the main airport for the big carriers from Europe. The international airport we have the hip strip with bar, hotels, restaurants, places to go out for the night. We have a meeting and convention center, which is very important. It's the biggest one of the Caribbean. And yes, if you have clients who want to come golfing, yes, only in this area we have 5 golf resorts, but all over the island we have 11. You can do a self-drive golf if you wish, or your client wants. We have some attractions, but I'm going to show you that on the next slide. Yes, we have some activities. The most important event on island is Reggae Sumfest, which takes place in July. You see myself here feeding one of the hummingbirds is flying up to me, and you can feed him with sweet water. You can visit the several great houses in the area, like the Rose Hall or the Great House. Bamboo rafting is one of the nicest things you can do on island. You have 4 or 5 places where you can do that on island, but this one is Martha Brae, which is near Falmouth. And near Falmouth, you have as well the biggest cruise harbor of the island at the moment, or one of the biggest cruise harbors of the island. And you can visit there the local vegetable and fruit market. Then we're going eastwards to the Ocho Rios. Green. That is the place where it starts. The greenest part of the island starts, and it has a cruise harbor as well. A lot of hotels, both smaller and bigger hotels. But from here on to the east and really to the south, you have a lot of hotels which are non-inclusive. But you already have some all-inclusive hotels in this area. I'm going to show you around some attractions on the next slide. For those who are adventurous, you can do horseback riding in the sea. You can do bobsledding yourself, because we have a Jamaican bobsled team, which started in 1988 when they were on the Olympics in Calgary. One of the nicest things to do in this area in Ocho Rios is the Duns River Falls. If you want us to see it this quiet, please come before 11 o'clock in the morning, or really do it after 3:30 in the afternoon. You will see the Duns River in such a way. And very important in this area as well is to go to 9 miles. It's 9 mile exactly. I wrote it the S, it's without S. And please, it's the birthplace of Bob Marley. Next slide, please. Eastwards, we go to Port Antonio. For me, the jewel of the island, where in the area the real jerk was introduced. They started with the jerk, which is the Jamaican barbecue, which is near Boston Bay. This is this bay is called Frenchman's Cove. And honestly, if you're here 3 or 4 days, staying in the area with smaller hotels, natural habitats, everything with waterfalls and so on, if you're not able to relax here, you have a problem and you have to go to the shrink yourself here. Please, here is what you do is relaxation complete. Some attractions we have is the Reach Falls, Frenchman's Cove. You can do the Rio Grande rafting, visit the Blue Lagoon, go to Boston Bay, or visit the local market. The best days to say the local market is from Thursday to Saturday. And I know you will enjoy this area. Kingston, the capital of Jamaica, with 1.6 million inhabitants. We have about 2.8 in general. This is a place where most of the culture is. Let's say historic areas, towns like Spanish Town and Port Royal, the theaters, the galleries, the national theaters. This is a place where really music is on the whole time. And this is where really reggae started, and it's developing to dancehall and other forms of music. Kingston is as well the southern gateway to the Blue Mountains, which is on the next slide. And the Blue Mountains is UNESCO World Heritage since a few years already. I did a climbing to the Blue Mountain Peak a few years ago with my wife, and you started at 1:30 at night with flashlights and guided by a local guide, and we came up there, and you see it in the right hand top. This is beautiful to see. And then during the day, when you go back downwards, it takes you really 10 km, 10 kilometers to go back to the hotel. You see the beautiful natural surroundings with coffee, waterfalls, birds, and flowers. Yeah. Other things to see in Kingston are really on music. Bob Marley Museum, Trenchtown, really go there and make a tour. Go to Port Royal, where you have the Pirates, and one of the other places interesting to visit is Devon House, which is a colonial house. Thank you. Then going westwards is to the south coast. Let's say it's South Coast and Treasure Beach area. Small places like a little bit in Port Antonio, very rural, very small, a lot of history as well, and a lot of attractions focused on nature. And if you're in Treasure Beach, you have a lot of boutique hotels which you can visit there. Attractions which I'm going to show you now are on the south coast. One of the highlights is take a swamp trip by boat through the Black River area. You'll see a lot of friendly Jamaican crocodiles. Go to the rum distillery. One of the highlights really there is just sit down there on a bar 400 or 500 meters outside of the coast and drink your beer or cocktail at Pelican Bar. The YS Falls, another attraction in the area, another lot of local markets you can visit, and as well the Bamboo Avenue, which is called Holland Bamboo, and it's about 5-6 kilometers long. Yep. Then we're going to end our trip in Negril, where you have the famous 7 Mile Beach. All the hotels there, small and big, let's say from 2 to 5 star hotels, are not higher than the palm trees. It's forbidden by law. And everything around this area, with a lot of possibilities to see sunsets and play and let party around the whole night. One of the most important things is go to Rick's Cafe. But the rest is really water sports. And on a catamaran trip, you can see dolphins, and you can see the skyline, the rocky skyline of Negril, because Negril is not only beach. We have a 3 or 4 kilometers long avenue or street with small hotels. One of the most important events on island is the Reggae Marathon, which takes place in December, which has about 3,500 to 4,000 people all over the world. Yeah. Accommodations. In the past, Jamaica started with small hotels, small boutique hotels. It's not until really in beginning of the 2003 then when the bigger all-inclusive hotels came in. So if you go to Jamaica, your choice of the variety of hotels is enormous, from bed and breakfast, boutique hotels to luxury, let's say luxury high-end hotels. And yes, we have all-inclusive hotels as well of the big brands. I'm going to show you some around. Left in the top is Rock House, which is in Negril. Another small hotel, which is called Country in Negril. To the south coast, you go to Treasure Beach, to Jake's, or you go to a small hotel near Port Antonio, which is in the mountains. Another one is, you see at the top here, Port Antonio, which is a Jungle Lodge hotel. You have all-inclusive hotels in Montego Bay, Ocho Rios, and Negril. In Ocho Rios, you as well have the Golden Eye Hotel, where everything started with the Ian Fleming. Ian Fleming wrote 12 to 13 books on islands, and this is why we can say that really the James Bond story started in Jamaica. And we're going back when we have the premiere of our 25th James Bond movie. The other thing is that we have 200 villas on island. The last thing I want to show to you that we have a Jamaican online training. We have it in 3 languages, Dutch, French, and German. And please sign up to that, and you'll see 6 modules, and as well you get a certificate at the end. And the last thing I can tell you is that we have a Jamaican, let's say, rewarding system. You can earn cash rewards. We have a special now that the moment you sign up and you can include your first bookings, you will have €20 per booking for all the bookings signed up until the 31st of March next year, and valid for arrival the end of the whole year. You have that as well in 3 languages, Dutch, French, and German. So please sign up to this and get to know Jamaica. Maybe in the future yourself as well, because you can win a fan trip as well. These are my contact details. My name is Hans van Wamel, working for the Jamaica Tours Board Benelux. We have a lot on social media. Our hashtag is info@ontdekjamaica. Sorry, our hashtag is ontdekjamaica. Please sign up, and I'll see you soon in Jamaica. Bye-bye.
Oh, thank you, Hans. That was absolutely fantastic. And of course, being Jamaican brought back so many memories. So thank you so much. And I want to thank all the agents that have stayed with us. It's been a fantastic session with you. We hope that you have enjoyed learning about the Caribbean, reacquainting yourself with destinations that you know already, and spending some time with us. We're now going to move on to the virtual drawing, and my colleague Florian will do that for us. He uses technology to put all your names into the online system, and then your names are selected electronically. So we're going to be giving away a bottle of Appleton rum, courtesy of the Jamaica Tourist Board, 5 nights at Moon Palace in Jamaica for 2 persons, all inclusive, courtesy of Moon Palace, Jamaica. 7 nights at the Renaissance Curaçao Resort and Casino. That's for 2 persons, bed and breakfast. And then from our headline sponsor, Bakuti and Tara Beach Resorts, 7 nights for 2 persons, bed and breakfast. Over to you, Florian, to select the lucky winners.
Thank you very much, Carol. Thank you to everyone for staying with us until the end. And thank you to our presenters. We are really excited now to do the prize draw. And we hope that you've enjoyed this great presentation. They made us all dream about the Caribbean and remember how much we love and miss this beautiful region. So let's now take the time to pick the lucky winners. How it's going to work is that we put your names into software, an online software, which is going to pick randomly your names, and it's going to pop on the screen. So if you see your name popping on the screen, please write in the chat box or let us know that you're still with us, so we can send this prize to you. Hope this is all very clear to you. And the first very prize that we have is a bottle of Appleton rum, one of my favorites, from Jamaica, courtesy of the Jamaica Tourist Board. And it is not from Carol's crate collection, but let's see which one will have the crate prize as a bottle of rum. A great pleasure to enjoy a nice Appleton rum. Denise Peters, are you still with us, Denise? Denise, if you're still with us, please manifest yourself. Congratulations, Denise. We're sure we're gonna enjoy some really nice cocktails with this beautiful bottle of rum. Let's pick the second winner now, and we have Sanders and the Belize Tourist Board. We're offering 4 passes to the Burger Zoo in the Netherlands, which has the largest indoor mangrove in the world, based on the mangrove forest located in Belize. So we'll have 2 people who will have 2 tickets each. So let's see who has the first set of 2 tickets. And the first winner is Rumi. Congratulations, Rumi. I hope you're still with us. Rumi Ernest. Please manifest yourself for me. Oh, congratulations. And if I remember correctly, you said that Belize was on your travel list, so that's great. Congratulations. You get a chance to have a glance of Belize in the Netherlands. So let's pick the second winner who's get a second set of 2 tickets. Oh, that's a difficult one to pronounce. So the second winner is Tercia van der Voort. Excuse my pronunciation. Congratulations to Tercia. Oh, congratulations, Tercia. That's great. Hope we will enjoy this great Belize experience in the Netherlands. So now we are getting even more serious, and we are going to draw the crown prizes that Carol had mentioned just now. And the first one is also offered by Jamaica Tourist Board. I was generously offering a 5-night stay for 2, all inclusive, at the amazing Moon Palace, Jamaica. in Ultra Rio. So let's pick who's the first lucky winner of the grand prizes of today. Who's going to Jamaica soon? We have Maureen. Maureen, are you still with us? If you are, please manifest yourself. Yes, congratulations, Maureen. We're really happy for you. You're gonna have an amazing time in Jamaica. You can never be disappointed. Great. So the second grand prize is 7-night stay for 2 with bed and breakfast at the luxurious Renaissance Curaçao Resort and Casino. We are very envious. Let's see who's gonna be the lucky winner for this one. And we have TC Rick. All right. TC, are you still with us? Write something in the chat. Yes? Wow, congratulations. You're going to have an amazing time in Curaçao. Congratulations to you. Now, it is time to draw the last prize for today. And the one we were waiting for, of course, it's been offered by our headline sponsor, Bukuti and Tara Beach Resort in Aruba, and they are offering a 7-night stay for 2 with bed and breakfast. What an amazing prize. And someone in the chat said earlier that they never had any single complaint from clients who'd been and stayed at Bukuti. So just out of curiosity, I went on Google to check a couple of reviews, and they were all 5 stars, so that's pretty true. And someone who sent a review 4 weeks ago said this: "We felt very comfortable traveling, and Aruba did a great job in keeping everyone safe. We stayed at Bukuti for the 18th time, and once again we had an amazing trip. The staff at Bukuti are incredible. You might arrive as a tourist, but you will leave as a friend. They greet us with welcome home. Countless people that will take care of amazing care of you, and thank you all for the warm welcome." Right, what's an amazing review, and this is what is an Bukuti and Tara experience. So let's now pick the last winner for today and see who's gonna get those 7 nights in Aruba. And the last winner is Win 10. So someone's name is Win 10 in the chat, and that was a very lucky name. I actually love when I typed it thinking that someone. Winton, are you still with us? Because that was your lucky day today. Let's see. If you're not here, we'll have to draw again another none. Let's see. We'll have to do a countdown. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I think we'll have to pick another name. All right, let's pick another name. Sorry, Winton. And the last winner for today's amazing prize is Melissa. Melissa, congratulations. We hope you're still with us this time, because if not, I think we're happy to share between Carol and myself. So manifest yourself now, because we wouldn't mind going to Bukuti. It's only Melissa, yes. Some people have Melissa something, but this one is only Melissa. We know that we had a few people who had to leave, but Melissa, we're gonna have to pick someone else, because we haven't heard from you, and we, okay, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And let's try. We're gonna be lucky, and we have Travel Counselors Brabant. Are you still with us? Please say something in the chat. Yes, congratulations. Yes, we got someone finally. What an amazing prize, but you have 7 nights in Bukuti in Aruba. That's amazing. Congratulations to you, Braben. Congratulations to all of the winners as well.
That was amazing. Congratulations to all the winners. You stayed with us, you've won some great prizes, and some of you are off to the Caribbean very soon. Now, we know that there are travel restrictions. So, some of those prizes will be available. In actual fact, all of those prizes can be used in 2021. So, if you can't travel now, don't worry, you will have an opportunity to visit the Caribbean. So, on behalf of our headline sponsor, Bakuti and Tara Beach Resort, and to every single person here, we want to say thank you. The presentations will be available online, so you can go back, you can look at the presentations, you can look at the contact details. Please stay with the Caribbean, continue to work with us, continue to sell the Caribbean. We appreciate the trade right across Benelux. And from the team here, a big Caribbean wave from all of us. And thank you so much for your support. And we look forward to seeing you in the Caribbean very soon. Bye.
Thank you, everyone.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Ciao. Arrivederci.
Bye-bye.
Ciao.